What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I want to go into what makes Black Myth Wukong different from other action RPGs and like what it does differently to stand out. It's gonna be an exciting video for me to do for you guys, especially with this game just dropping as well too. So let's dig into some details. Also, talking about the PS5 gameplay too. So since Black Myth Wukong exploded onto the scene with a stunning debut trailer back in 2020, it has had an air of something different about it. At first glance, the gameplay is reminiscent of other action role-playing games, but its monkey protagonists, visual fidelity, and wide variety of enemies have continued to excite players eager to explore the rich fantasy world inspired by the classical Chinese novel, Journey to the West. Many players have already identified the similarities between Black Myth Wukong and our other action RPGs, myself included, and in some cases, the comparisons are apt. Black Myth Wukong is designed to be challenging, and its gauntlet of big bosses with even bigger health bars will keep you on your toes. But with every unsuccessful attempt at besting your foe, you have the option to take a new direction. As the Destined One defeats enemies throughout the world and accrues experience, they level up and gain sparks, which are used in the self-advanced skill tree to awaken more abilities and spells. What makes Black Myth Wukong different, however, is the ability at any point to visit a keeper's shrine, basically the game's equivalent of a bonfire or checkpoint, and reignite the sparks, returning all the spent sparks to you, ready to reallocate. If one particular boss is a problem for the primate protagonist, take the opportunity to explore new combat options and tailor your abilities to fight at hand. Not only does this mean you have a wider range of options in combat, but it also means you're never locked into one type of playstyle, as you're free to shake it up whenever you want. Throughout your adventure as a staff-wielding and spell-casting Wukong, you'll encounter a wide variety of enemies, known as Yagui, who are diverse in their designs and their attacks. To counter the threat they pose, the Destined One has a number of abilities to invest in, from unlocking staff stances that switch up heavy attacks to spells that can be used to control the battlefield. The spells themselves are derived from Chinese mythology and are designed to complement that game's proactive and nimble combat. Immobilize is a control spell that freezes enemies and even bosses in place, interrupting their attacks and opening them up to attacks of your own. Cloud Step is a mobility spell that leaves a decoy of the Destined One behind while they turn invisible, so you can reposition and unleash a powerful attack from thin air. Then there are the transformations, which turn you into monsters you have defeated along your journey. Unlike other action RPGs where the pressure is high but options are limited, Black Myth Wukong encourages players to cycle through all abilities on offer and take the fight to enemies. With only dodging available to avoid attacks, playing offensively and utilizing spells as part of a combat strategy is key to succeeding against these formidable foes. One of the most fascinating aspects of Black Myth Wukong is the protagonist's ability to transform into monsters, taking on their abilities and using them against enemies. These transformations are inspired by the original classic Chinese novel, Journey to the West, and happen in two ways. The first instance, defeating certain enemy bosses and taking their weapon, grants a transformation spell that is used to morph into them, so you can embody their look and abilities. The second form of transformation is done with spirit skills. After building up enough ki during combat, unleash the powerful signature ability of a Yagui to unlock more spirit skills, defeating challenging monsters and absorb their left behind spirits similar to sparks. The spirits of Yaguis can be cultivated and swapped out at keeper shrines. With a unique mythological Chinese setting, fluid animations, and varied combat options, Black Myth Wukong is looking to make its own mark on the action RPG genre, and I think it will, honestly. And I know there's been concerns because, I've checked out a couple reviews and they've talked about the technical issues of the game without actually being able to show off those said technical issues, because I know IGN, I think, and pretty much everybody was restricted to the first, two chapters of the game, essentially, and couldn't really show anything beyond that. So we did get some PS5 gameplay as well, too, because I know there's concerns about, okay, yeah, so far we've seen PC gameplay footage, right? But how's PS5? Well, as you can see here, there's a boss battle here shown off for the PS5 gameplay of the game. And while this looks good, we still won't know for sure how the performance will be until it's in the public. Just like PC as well, there might be a day one patch. Usually there is a day one patch for your game, so and their day one patch could possibly, fix a lot of these optimization or performance issues going on. And whether it's a coincidence or not, when it comes to this PS5 gameplay video being shown off because of, people on the internet essentially spreading rumors and misinformation about poor optimization for Game Science's PS5 version or even the PC version. This video is showcasing, gameplay of over a minute and a half and was posted by PlayStation China, showing a boss battle where everything appears quite smooth without errors on Sony's console. And if, this stays true basically for the entire game and maintains this level of performance, then it seems like the PS5 version is going to be quite solid. So hopefully it's working well for everybody, and I hope it works well for myself. At least at the time it's recording, I won't know to actually play it. It drops today, August 20th, because this is my video is releasing on August 20th, the day it drops. So I know a lot of us, myself included, have been very hyped, very anticipating this game. We want it to be good. We want it to be fun, be something a bit different than what we're used to with all these other games in general, or just even at least other action RPGs. You guys have expressed that in my comments before when it comes to these videos I make on it. And yeah, I hope these technical issues won't be too much of an issue. I want to make, guides and other cool stuff around this game. Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. If you're having any issues, both with either the PC version or PS5 version, if they did a day one patch and it's all good, things like that. I'm hoping this is not another, Unreal Engine 5 issue before, because this game is being developed on Unreal Engine 5, right? Or has been developed on that. So, and even though Unreal Engine 5 has a lot of pros about it, has a lot of positives about it, I noticed though, when it comes to optimization on PCs, like it's not that great for a lot of games, and the devs have to do post-launch support updates. Like this is the same thing that happened to Lords of the Fallen, for example. That's developed on Unreal Engine 5. And there's been a few other games, like very few games I would say have had great optimization overall for both PC and console. Tekken 8 surprisingly is like one of those few handful of games that like I don't think anybody's really had any issues with it from a technical or performance or optimization standpoint on console or PC. So I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below about that. But yeah, like I know Tekken 8 runs freaking smooth as hell. So I don't know. This is an indie game, technically indie dev. This is their first big budget game as well. So we'll see how things go. But let me know your thoughts on this, guys, in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. It helps out a ton. Subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.